What's going on, guys? It's Rhett and Ron here with Tier 1 Gaming, and we just went X3 at the Las Vegas Regionals, but that doesn't matter because this guy didn't drop a game. What were you? Tell us a little about what you're playing, Ron.
Best deck to me is Despia, or branded Despia, however you want to say it.
Always is. So is the Spice.
There is no spice. I think you just need to know how to play the deck, but it's really simple. So first you start off with 3 Alubers.
Lure the Poober of Juba.
Get you anything that you need, really. Branded Fusion, branded Opening, any missing piece that you need, and that really helps you to establish any game state that you want to, except if you get deburied. 3 Alubers. Only 1 Tragedy. Tragedy is sometimes a brick, but at the same time, I do like them off of the Allure to +3 off the Allure and kind of just add a Luber to give me a starter. But I think I should be adding more starters into this deck, so more should go in there later. Triple. Fallen of Albaz, you just need to play 3 Fallen Albaz. It's nice to have Allure to actually get into it, or say for instance the fusion deployments, which is later in the deck.
Spoilers.
Yeah, hey, you could just break boards. I like the fact that this is at 3 and also against the cash mirror match, cash matches. Sometimes it does suck when it gets banished face down, so you just need more copies so your branded fusion will always be live. All right, then you got 2 Blazing Cartesias. This card is so good. I can't believe I actually got the Starlights for these 2. It was so good to where I played Labyrinth game 1 and I got, what he did? He evenly me game 1 in the first one, so I had no really cover up or follow up or anything like that. Then I got anti-spelled. So this helped me play through anti-spell, which is really nice. And I do like the effect that it's a quick effect, so you can make this, and if you have Albaz in your hand, you can actually make live plays for.
How'd you feel about it, 2?
2 is good because now you could always, even though that 1 gets recycled back to your hand, the fusion deployments 4 to 2, if you have 1 in hand and then 1 still in the deck, I like summoning the 1 from the deck so you can play around in perm when you normal summon your Luber.
All right. What else you got for us?
Tomb Carrier. This actually helps you search for the Cartesia. I like the fact that the negation effect protects you from nibs, so I like searching for it pretty early, so I might bump this up to 3 because it does pair well with Allure, because now I have more targets for Allure off of getting this effect off as well. Yep. This was a last minute kit. Kit was for the Allure for the Carrier to actually search, and then you can get Branded Fusion back from the banish, or you can get the Retribution back and kind of recycle everything to make your plays a little bit more viable instead of like keep reaching into the deck and trying to get something. So I do like Kit a lot. 1 Albion. Albion is just an upstar goblin. It is needed in the deck to actually do the full combo, which I do like. Then we got triple Bestial Lubellion. It was nice playing 3, but I think I'll cut it to 2. I do like opening it, but sometimes if we're playing a cash matchup, you don't really get to use this card. So I think I'll go down to 2, but I do like seeing this card. But it does perform really well. Then you got triple Sornir. Everybody knows that Sornir is the best one for this deck. So I'll keep this probably at 2 or 3, but I do like seeing it. I like discarding it, and you could just get more plays done of, like, say for instance, you'll dump a Retribution, get Branded Fusion, and play off of that if you had no Branded Fusion in your hand. So Sornir is the best one. Then you have 1 Magnuma and then 1 Baldrake. These kind of like pair off each other. If I never opened Sornir, you could actually Bestial Magnuma for something and then search the Baldrake at the end, so it's like another interruption. So I like both of them at 1, but I think I might just cut them. They're really okay, but I think you just need Sornir and Lubellion at this point. Triple Nib. I never really even got to use this card today. I only had 1 cash matchup. It didn't come up, but I do like having Nib in the main for other reasons. But it's really good right now. You still should play it, but I think I might cut this one as well. Still perform good. And then the best card out of the deck, Triple Branded Fusion.
I mean, here it's all right.
It's all right. I mean, it's all right when you say, hey, you get Ash, then it's not all right if you get Ash. But still, it's just good as far as it gets you a full board off of this 1 card, which you already know if this deck performs really good, it might just get hit. Then we do triple Branded Opening. And this is why I think I should actually put more Despia monsters in there, like ad libitum, and then kind of recycle a little bit more because I only have 2 targets for this card. Really, I was just focused on getting a Luber today, but it's all right. Still Branded Opening. It should be played at 3 so you can see a starter. All right. Then we got 1 Regain, 1 red, 1 white, and 1 loss. I like the inclusion of this in the deck. It lets you play past Ash or whatever else, but you just have to know, kind of like feel for it if they're going to Ash you, or you're like, hey, I don't have any more plays after this Branded Fusion. So Branded White is really good. Branded Red is mandatory. Branded Regain was good off the allure to actually +4 this time, so you draw 4 cards. And then everybody knows the Branded Loss. Everybody hates this card, but it is so good in this deck to actually use it.
So annoying.
So annoying. But hey, it's the best art. Then you got Triple Allure. Triple Allure was just engine power because I play 45, so I like seeing cards later on, so that's why I like Allure. I'll cut the nibs for the Allures, so you just see more board breaker cards. So, you know, game 2, you'll actually see, kind of break things out, because those 4 cards that I just mentioned, sometimes they suck opening in the hand, and you only need them when you need them, so you really don't need to open these up, and you don't have anything to actually do with it. So Allure is really good. Then you have Triple Fusion Deployment. I love this card so much now. It makes bring out Cartesia or Albaz a little bit better, because now you get to like say, hey, let me break your board first, or let me set up something better. And then using this to get your Cartesia first, it lets you make other plays for your, you know, Branded Fusion to like go a little bit deeper into your plays, and like, hey, if they have a evenly matched or something, you can kind of better prepare for it. And then, you know, getting your Cartesia in the grave to add back is really good too. Then you have Triple Super Poly. I don't think I'll cut this card now. It's really good against Kashtira. You'll use it for Mud Dragon, and once you establish a Mud Dragon, now you'll just protect yourself a Mud Dragon, Calling Dark, and then kind of break their board through that way, like make an Albaz, break their Shangri-La board, and just go off from there. So Super Poly is really good. I'll just keep it as of right now because it's pretty much the best card for us for this deck. All right, then you got 1 Retribution and 1 Banishment. Retribution is the best card to like resource game. I cut the other one, Branded Beast, because I kept bricking on it, so I traded for Banishment. But now I'll actually add back Beast, because Beast is really good in some situations. So 3 traps will be for the next one. All right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Any issues in the main deck?
No issues in the main deck. It's just hard to see a starter, so I'm going to add more consistency cards like Foolish Burial and then Gold Sarcophagus, just to add more starters to get me there. So, but the deck is good. It'll still be 45, but I'll change it later. All right, and to the extra deck, Double Mirror Jade. Everybody hates this card. Playing Cash, everybody want to rip this card first. I don't know because it's pretty, but everybody wants to rip this card because it breaks boards, and they know how crazy this card is.
Are those the Starlights, man?
Those are Starlights. Pulled one, got one. I think they were trying to tell me something while I pulled this one. They were saying, hey, play this deck. So yeah, Mirror Jade is the best one. Double Albion. I wanted to play 3, but 2 is all I got because it's hard to fit everything in this extra deck. It's really, really good. Albion breaks boards by starting off with this and then keep fusing something under it. So Albion is a mandatory too. 1 Lubellion, I'm gonna put it up to 2. I did miss the second one. It was just back and forth resource management. And then sometimes Cash would hit this and it make my plays weird, so I will add 2 back. So next time I'll be a 2. 1 Albalinitus. I like, I love playing this card. Didn't see Dragon Link once, but it just comes up to actually send this to, at the end phase, instead of sending another Albion because there's one already there, send this to get a fusion deployment and set that up for next turn when this can search fusion deployment or Branded Fusion.
Wait a minute, can that search fusion deployment?
It says search a fusion card.
I mean, yeah. I'll allow it, but I don't like it.
Hey, it says it. I'm gonna do it. All right, then you got 1 Dust Dragon. This sets up plays for like combo starters, but also is just really good to make this to like say, hey, you need something that's not in your extra deck to kind of resource management, druid board, or really is just really good going first. Going second is kind of okay, but I do like the graveyard effect and on-field effect to summon more monsters from your extra deck to interrupt a little bit more. So it's really, really good. Also, you can use this off of Regain, Banish it, put it back. So that's why I only play 1, because you can just resource it and then make another one when you need to. 1 Rimbrum. I love this card too. Everybody kept imperming this card. It's crazy how this card can break boards and go first and then establish a board. So Rimbrum is a really good one too. I'm glad I only played 1, but if Cash rips this one, I just let it go because
Cash players were better. They did it.
Yeah, they know how crazy this card is. Playing 2 is kind of useless because I will never ever make 2. It's only used for 1 when you go first and make 1. All right, they have 1 Masquerade, 1 Quertus, and then 1 Proscenion. These are like needed at the moment. Masquerade, you can kind of cut it, put it in the side deck, but it's just needed going into game 2 or 3 to kind of pressure your opponent. So sometimes I make this when I have extra things going for me. Quertus is just a summon off of the Cartesia fusion, so you can summon that, kind of interrupt them a little bit more, make them think about, hey, all your stuff is going to 0, and the floating effect is really good. That's why I like this one. And also you can do Cartesia to make this an Albaz to kind of like dodge Imperm, so it's a really good one. Then you also got Perskinion. This one is just the craziest one. I took somebody's Big Eye, and then even though I didn't have material for it, it's just nice to have a body on board to take a Big Eye or take anything, because Branded Fusion locks you from the extra deck, but this one lets you actually take things from graveyard and special summon it, so he's really good as well. Right, then we have one Guardian Chimera. It's really the best thing right now. I wish I was playing Poly to protect it, but it's, you need to play one to actually disrupt your opponent, get some more stuff off, and then you can do it under loss to kind of get any more disruption off, and they can't really stop Guardian Chimera, which is a really good thing about it. But maybe in the future play Patchwork Engine just to make this kind of a big beater if Runic becomes a problem again. All right, then we have the Super Poly targets, Draco Stapelia, Mud Dragon, and Garura. Liking Draco Stapelia as far as like dodging things and then tier serial and format a little bit, but I like swinging for game, making this off of like any of my fusions and then swinging for game. Mud Dragon is just the best thing against Cash. I was playing Starving Venom at first, but this helps me break the board rather than just having a Starving Venom that can't even get over the Shangri-La. So this one is good to break boards later on. And then Garura is like an extra draw one, but sometimes it did come up as far as like an elaborate matchup. I made a Garura an elaborate matchup. It was really, really good. So Garura will stay. The 3 Super Poly targets will stay. All right.
Oh, that card looks busted.
Oh, yeah. Fusions are just the best. I won't play heroes, but fusions are just the best cards. But this is a busted card right here. This says no to Branded Fusion. So triple ash for Branded Fusion. This was only for the mirror matches.
I heard it's pretty good against your deck.
Yeah, it's pretty good against my deck, but what I like about it is I know how to play my deck. So it's good to play against in the mirror matches. You'll actually have a Branded Fusion. Then you also have, you know, Ash is just really good in other matches too to simplify some game states, like, you know, somebody activated a 1-for-1 on me, and then I Ash, and he lost 2 resources at the same time. You got triple Book of Eclipse. It's just needed. It's really good to break stuff against the Cash mirror match, or the Cash match, and then also that's why Allure's in here for the Book of Eclipse, because I like drawing into more board breakers rather than if a Nib was like my 6th card. Allure into this is really good. Right, triple Dark Hole. The only 2 things I was afraid of was Ibly and Rawlock. So Dark Hole is just for there. Never got to use it once because I never got Ibly or Rawlock, so that was good. But it was just in case I actually did face one of those decks.
Hey man, you laughed when I said Dark Hole was cracked.
Yeah, I laughed, but I was like, I was on enemy controller side for a bit, but Dark Hole is actually a really good card. It might get swapped out for enemy controller.
Or because you got the nice ones.
Oh no, man, it's really good. All right. Triple evenly matched. It's weird. I don't even side this against the Cash matchup. I only side it against Labyrinth or any heavy back row matchup like Runic or something, because I can't really fall into these. It's a really struggle against the back row matches like Labyrinth and Runic. So that's the only thing I sided for. I would side it for Cash, but at the same time, I think Nibs handles that problem and the Book of Eclipse handles that problem as well. All right, and just the last generic, just an Imperm. Imperm was only here just to be generic against Sprite, just in case I played a Sprite player, just hit the gigantic, or just it was just good in a simplified game state. So
not Altis, man. Oh, what a budget player.
Because I don't use this card. I like spells.
I mean, if you're just budgeting, go ahead and tell me.
I think I'm a budget player at this point now. Yeah.
Well, you got any shout outs for us?
Shout out to everybody at Frontline, everybody back home, mom, dad, sister. They all was rooting for me today. I still did really good, which I'm proud of. So that did give me the confidence to actually do well and perform well today.
Yeah, we were all rooting for you, man. Most because we needed you to do good.
I know, yeah. It was crazy playing all these good players today too. It was out of the whole time I went 13-1 out of the 7 rounds. So I was pretty happy with that. Almost got to finish my last match, but at the same time I knew for a fact that pretty much that was a game state I won. And I didn't really get to kill him because, you know, everything was already established. The game was pretty much over, so I didn't get to actually do anything. But I still count that as a win, which is good.
I mean, I count it as a win too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats, and I hope to see more for you, man.
All right, thanks.